Hey, what's up everyone? This is going to be KT Flash 96. I'm going to be casting the, God, I forgot what it's called. Super Tournament apparently is what it's called. And, yeah, we're going to be going to this game. It's going to be between Effort and Tyson on Fighting Spirit Set 1. Tyson spawning as the red Protoss in the 7 o'clock position. I think my volume's a little too loud from the game. Adjust that. Effort's gonna be the Teal Zerg spawning in the 5 o'clock position. Real quick, to kind of introduce the players a little bit, if you guys don't know who Effort is, well you should. He was most notable for taking an OSL off none other than KT Flash. And what was even more notable about this OSL was that it was the Korean Air Season 1 OSL in 2010. And Effort went down 0-2. He went down 0-2, but came back and pulled a GG play on Flash, and Tyson scouting in the right direction, just like Effort did. So it's very, very interesting how Tyson sent his probe up actually to the 6 o'clock position instead of going around through kind of like the middle-ish area, which is very, very interesting. But he's going to get his probe scout in, and he's going to be able to harass the drones for a little bit. And he's going to see Effort going for, I think that was a 9 pool. Either 9 pool or an over pool. I'm not sure. Yeah, what? Hold on a sec. He's still making Oh no, it was an over pool. Okay, never mind. Wow, I'm so I'm so bad at Zerg now. I don't even know what's going on. Anyways, Tyson going for nothing unusual right now. He's already got his pylon at the front, as you can see on the minimap, and I think a forge has been thrown down for him as well. Pool almost up for Effort, so he's probably going to make some Zerglings and send them to Tyson's base to harass. And he's got his natural down as well. So Tyson's probably going to throw up a cannon and then grab his Nexus. And Effort making only 4 Zerglings, not making the 6th or the 3rd pair. A little more about these players. Effort was known for being a versus Protoss specialist. I think his win percentage was almost 70%, which is crazy. Like, that's absolutely insane for a player at his caliber. Tyson wasn't that great. I think he had slightly above 50% win ratios against the other races, but his versus Terra was very, very good. I think it was about 60%, and Effort grabbing a quick 3rd at the top right natural base. Very, very standard. And Tyson, this is an interesting wall up. I've never seen this wall up been used before. I think that pylon is actually a wall. Is he going to lose a probe? No, he's not going to lose a probe. Surprised the Overlord didn't take some shots in the beginning, but it did take some shots now. Effort grabbing his gas. He's probably transitioned into the standard 3-hatch layer build into 5-hatch Hydra, as is very common nowadays. Nexus almost up, and ow, that's very nice. Oh, the Overlord almost dies. That was very, very smart and clever of Effort, moving his Overlord to tank some cannon shots while moving his Zergling around, because the cannon only aggroes, I think, on harassing units, and Effort cannot lose his Zerglings. I think this Zergling is very important. He's going to get a lot of scouting information inside of Tyson's base, and Tyson setting up a pylon. Ooh, you cheesy Protoss. And as everyone knows, Protosses are scum because they cheese. Even though I'm a Protoss player, but I don't cheese, I don't believe in it. He's got 1 cannon going down with the pylon. We'll see if this gets anything done. Effort is going to scout it. Wow, very great play by Effort. He's going to see the cannon, and Tyson's going to have to cancel and lose 100 minerals on that pylon. It's actually early game. There's actually nothing to scoff at. You know, those 100 minerals could have gone into building another simulator or getting like 2 more probes, or even working away toward a gateway. And on the way, Effort pulls his Zergling away just in time. And Effort not chasing down the probe with Tyson, so he can't do anything else cheeky with this probe, like doing another cannon rush. He's got the layer, and there's a spire going down for Effort. And we'll probably see him make a few more drills before throwing down his 4th and 5th hatcheries and grabbing the usual Hydra's Den with Evolution Chamber. This probe still being annoying, still running around the base, but Effort is going to be able to clean it up very, very shortly. And I think for presses, as it goes down, presses are very well known for their probes. Generally, probe micro is something that a lot of presses really like to practice a lot. This is most well known in Bisu, because Bisu has arguably the best probe harass and probe micro in the game. And interestingly enough, Tyson actually sent his Zealot to the 9 o'clock position and then went to the top right to kind of avoid Zerglings along the way or getting scouted, and is actually just going to be able to walk into Effort's third base without much contention, and Effort's going to have to pull back. But yeah, Zerglings coming around, so the mining denied is not going to be too much. We're going to see if Tyson can get even a drone. Oh, he gets a drone! It's actually kind of important. Drones in this early game are pretty important, as they each individual drone is something that you have to remake, and that's basically not being able to build a Hydra that scores Zergling. But right now, you know, at this point in the game, he's only going to really make drones and a pair or two of Scourge. We're going to see the Cybermasker spinning, so that means +1, and so if Effort were to scout this, he knows, hey, he might be going for some kind of big Corsair fleet. But as I can see, Effort going up to 6 hatcheries. This is actually slightly more common now, and as games evolve, games will tend to become more and more economic-based, which means players can squeeze in more and more buildings or economic buildings to the builds. And so it used to be a 3-hatch Spire into a 5-hatch Hydra. Now players have begun to kind of, oh wow, takes down the Force Crusader. That's actually very important. Poor control by Tyson, but as I said before, they're able to squeeze in a 6 hatchery now, and that's what we're seeing. You know, he's getting up to 4 gas very early on, which means a faster hive, and also means more gas for upgrades, which means faster timings, and overall just a general larger ability to macro. But that first Corsair kill is actually very important. That denies a lot of Tyson's pressure with those Corsairs, and you're able to kill off straight Overlords. And we're going to see a bunch of Zerglings. This is going to be a Zergling. I would say this is about 12 Zerglings, and he's going to be able to force Tyson's Zealots back, but Tyson has a great position with these Zealots. I don't think Everett's going to be able to clean up this force. Yeah, this just... Actually, he's going to be able to get 2 Zealots. One Zealot's going to just run away with speed. And after building up SimCities at the rest of his bases, just going to deny pressure. And he's got 2 DTs out, but I don't like this by Tyson, you know? He got his first Corsair taken out, and so there's not going to be much Overlord pressure by the Corsair. So these DTs won't be really effective. Well, as you know, there's a lot of Overlords nicely spread out by Effort, but here come 4 Corsairs. This will be 5, and 5 Corsairs is generally, I think, the peak amount, and he's going to deny a lot of these Overlords, but I think Effort knows now. He's like, okay, you know, he's definitely going to be trying to come in here with those DTs, but a Spore is finished up. He's going to huddle his Overlords around, and Tyson is going to have to just remain unable to get his Corsairs to do any more pressure. For a little bit, Miss Micro loses some Scourge. That's another thing about Zergs, is that a lot of good Zergs will be very careful with their Scourge. Just like how Pillosses are very careful with their Corsairs, they don't want to lose them for free needlessly, because they're actually very important to accumulate numbers of them in order to effectively deal with the amount of air that your opponent has. So we got a DT huddle in the middle. Hopefully Tyson's going to think, I'm going to try to be able to do something with his DT later on in the game, but chances are probably not. Effort kind of running his Zerglings into the Zealots, and he's going to be able to get up 1, and he's going to see the 3rd base. He's going to try to kill off the probe to deny any more building creation by that probe, and an Archon being made right now. A little surprising why he would make High Templar in the first place. Usually you want to get High Templar if you feel like your opponent is going for Mutas or Hydra, getting Storm in response to Hydra, or Archons in response to the Mutalisks. But on this hand right now, he just gets High Templar and just more Archons for like no real reason. Those could have been some more Zealots and then gas to throw into some more upgrades. So I'm a little curious of why Tyson did this. Although he is a pro gamer, I'm not. So this Archon might be a little more important than I think it is. And Effort is actually going to sneak into Tyson's main with a few Zerglings. He's going to get 2 probes so far. He's going to be able to get a lot of economic damage done. You know, he's not mining 3-4 probes now. We're going to see if he gets another one. No, 4 probes, but in exchange for 8 Zerglings, that's a very, very, very cost-efficient attack. And yeah, as you see, Tyson doesn't have a tight wall, so that's why Zerglings are able to get through. He's got robotics facility now, probably going to go into observers. He sees that, he probably knows that F4 has done Hydra, which means he's probably going to look at Aspect as well, so observers are the correct play in this situation. I know some people like to skip observers and then go for just a Robo Bay into quick Shuttle Reaver, and then some Zealot or DT drops. But F4's got a lot of units out. F4's got about, I would say, 2 control groups of Hydras against only maybe 1 control group of Zealots, and actually maybe even 3 control groups of Hydras. But he's going to be able to pressure a lot. He snipes a probe, and the High Templar with Storm, there's a lot of cannons out, and actually F4 might just be able to win this game right here. There is a DT in the mix, and but the other speed is going to be able to see the DT, and F4 is just going to be able to beat this army. Wow, he cleans it very, very efficiently, and he's going to be able to break through only 2 cannons right now. 1 cannon's taking out second one. Hydras are very efficient against cannons, and a 3rd cannon trying to be able to morph, and these Hydras are trying to take them in front, be able to get him, and Tyson just might lose the game right here. Tyson just looking very, very clueless on how to deal with this, and F4 going to be microing his Hydras away from the Zealots, and he's going to win this game right here. He's just going to be able to snipe all the probes in natural, kill the Nexus, and even if he doesn't win the game, he's going to be in such a great position, and nope, Tyson is just going to GG out. Wow, that was quick. You know, F4 just completely destroyed Tyson. I was very surprised at that, actually. This is one of my favorite songs, by the way. Thousand Sleepers. You guys should check it out if you don't know it. But yeah, very interesting. F4 just like crushed him. I don't know what to say. F4's just like, oh, you have no units. Time to make 3 control groups of Hydras, and you're dead. I don't. There's not really much analysis to go into this game. We're gonna go to set 2. Be right back.